Hey, I'm Siobhan, community cultivator and founder of BEFREE Project. The BEFREE Project podcast was created for community, sisterhood, and personal growth. Each week, you'll be inspired and motivated to do the work to show up for yourself so you too can feel fulfilled and be free. Now grab a pen and a notebook and let's get into the show. The best decision that you can make today is joining the BEFREE Inner Circle at BEFREEInnerCircle.com, a community for like-minded women to find their forever friends and get accountability to do their personal growth work. Your membership includes a private, exclusive community of women who are not only showing up for themselves, but for one another. Weekly live events with me and or guest speakers. Daily accountability so this way you can finally get stuff done. Mentorship from yours truly, and so much more. Now, there's no long-term commitment and you can cancel at any time. However, I can guarantee the moment you join, you're going to feel a warm embrace and you're going to want to stick around. Every single member of the BEFREE Inner Circle will walk away with clarity, fulfillment, and confidence because guess what? When you're around me, you're going to win. So come and grow inside the BEFREE Inner Circle at BEFREEInnerCircle.com. Hey, welcome back to another episode of the BEFREE Project podcast. As always, thank you so much for tuning in for another week. All right, y'all, I am very excited to share what I am loving this week. A couple of weeks ago, I went to Chicago to visit one of my great friends. And while I was there, I got a chance to visit the bookstore Semicolon. And y'all, I instantly fell in love. If you know me, then you know I love reading. I love books. I one day want to have my own bookstore. So when I walked in, I could just feel, so much positive love and energy. I had a great time chatting with the owner and also her staff, and it was really an amazing experience. So if you are in Chicago or traveling to Chicago, I highly recommend visiting the Semicolon bookstore. Let them know that Siobhan BEFREE Project sent you, and trust me, you're going to have an amazing experience. All right, so today I want to talk about something that I had a conversation about this on IG Live last week, and I cannot get this quote out of my head, so much so that I said, you know what? I need to record this on the podcast because I need my audience to hear this. And it really sums up what I have been talking about as it relates to friendship and community and your personal growth journey and how to get ahead. So as always, make sure whenever you're listening to my podcast that you have a notebook and pen out so that way you can take notes. I would love for you to share your notes with me on the gram. Just tag me at BEFREE Project so I can see it. But whatever is resonating with you, I want you to write it down, go back and read it, and then think through what actionable step am I going to take as a result of listening to the podcast. So here's the quote. First of all, this quote is coming from a book that I'm currently reading called We Should All Be Millionaires by Rodgers. I am in love with this book and it's shifting my mindset in so many different ways as it relates to money. And I'm on the chapter where she's talking about friendship and the type of people that you need to have in your life, aka your squad. And if you are following me on the gram, a couple of friends and I are actually doing a live book club every Wednesday until we complete the book. So if you don't mind and you want to hear about the conversation, come hang out with me on IG Live on Wednesday. You'll see either me live or you can also catch the replay. Anywho, here is the quote. 95% of your success or failure can be predicted based on the kind of people you regularly spend time with. I need you to hear that again. 95% of your success or failure can be predicted based on the kind of people you regularly spend time with. And again, that quote comes from the book We Should All Be Millionaires by Rodgers. That is a significant percentage that says based on who you keep company with, that will determine your success or failure. Now, if you've been listening to the podcast for a while, you know I've talked a lot about friendship and having the right people in your circle, the right people around you. So then that way you don't have to do the personal growth journey alone. But when I read this quote, it sums up everything that I've been wanting to say. It's perfect. Several years ago, I shifted my friendship group because what I realized is that the friends that I currently had, I needed other friends in my life that would be either further ahead of me or that could be on this personal growth journey along with me, because I knew that that would set me up for success. And so I manifested the friends that I currently have today because of the work that I have been doing. And when I tell you, because of the friends that I have in my life, I am succeeding in a way that I didn't even know was possible until I changed my circle. And so if you download the how-to guide to finding your forever friends, and you can find that link in my show note, I map out how I manifested the friends that I have today. And so because I've seen how significant it is to have the right people around you, when I cultivated the BEFREE inner circle, I intentionally said, okay, this will be a community. Yes, I will hold the women accountable to pursue their dreams and their goals, and I will be their biggest cheerleader. I will coach them and I will mentor them so that way they can find fulfillment and be free in their life. But the other key part that I wanted for this community is for you to find your forever friends, because I understand the importance of the 95% that you need around you so that way you can succeed. And so when you think about the friends that you have in your life, you have to think about, okay, the people that I'm texting on the daily basis, the people that I'm hanging out with during happy hour or going out to dinner with, the people that I'm spending time with, are those friends helping you succeed or are they helping you fail? Because this is the thing. If the people that you're spending the most time with, and you can just look through your phone and look at your friends or social media or however you want to find them, and say, hey, whenever I'm spending time with this person, we're doing nothing but gossiping. We're being pessimistic. We're messy, right? All we do is go out and drink, but nothing in these friendships is challenging me to be better. None of these conversations that I'm having with my friends are stimulating me mentally. So then that means that if the people that you spend the most time with are not pushing you to succeed, naturally, because they consume a lot of your time, there will be failure. Now, I know that that is very hard to hear depending on the friendship group that you have, or maybe the lack of healthy friendships, but I want to bring this to your awareness so then that way you can begin to cultivate the right relationships and the friendships so that way you can succeed. I understand that it is very important for me to be around women who speak differently. It is very important for me to be around women who will expose my mind to something different. It is very important for me to be a part of conversations that will challenge me to think differently. And so for me, I understand how important it is to have the right friends around you. And so that is the gist of today's episode. I need you to understand and I need you to realize how important it is to have the right friends around you. And so when I think about the BEFREE Inner Circle, I said, oh yes, this is why I curated this space specifically so that women could find their forever friends to do life with. So then that way I am setting them up for success, right? Because I did all the work to cultivate this community to be there for you. So then that way you don't have to do this journey alone. I understand the power of having an inner circle of like-minded women who are doing the work. And so when I think about this quote, 95% of your success or your failure can be predicted based on the kind of people that you regularly spend time with. That is huge. That is huge. And so what I talked about this past Friday on IG Live is how in your inner circle of your closest friends, you want to be around women that will stretch you. They will push you outside of your comfort zone. You want to be around friends that will expose you to new experiences and new ways of thinking. You want to be around friends that will influence your decisions in a positive way. You want friends that's going to motivate you, hold you accountable so you're not stagnant and being stuck. You want to be around friends that will make space for you and that will push you to your greatness. And you want to be around friends that can dream with you and that's safe enough to hold your dreams. And these are a few key things when I think about the type of friends that I have. Every single one of them falls in line with this particular list. And that's because I consciously chose every single one of them. And so when you think about being free, when you think about finding fulfillment, I need you to be very intentional about the company that you keep. Number one, I want you to download the how-to guide to finding your forever friends and do the work in the guidebook. After you do the work in the guidebook, your next step is to join the Be Free Inner Circle, or you can do that simultaneously. The reason why you need to join the Be Free Inner Circle, because you need community around you, and you need to be surrounded by people who are, number one, succeeding in their life, but will also support you in succeeding. Okay? And when I talk about the Be Free Inner Circle, again, I am there. I'm going to be your biggest cheerleader, rooting you on, helping you succeed in your life. But I also have curated this space so that you will be able to build connections and relationships and friendships with other positive, like-minded women who are growing and doing the work. The next thing is I want you to answer this journal prompt. I need you to list your top 5 friends and be honest and say, is this friend helping you succeed, or is this friend helping you fail? And I just want you to be honest with yourself. And then the affirmation for this week is I attract amazing friends in my life. This episode is designed for you to take action. I do not want you watching me or on the gram or listening to me here each week and not doing anything and just getting an emotional high. I am going to challenge you week after week after week to show up for yourself, and it's up to you to do the work. All right. Now I want to shout out my coffee giver of the week, which is Sharice, who is actually a part of the Be Free Inner Circle. And she says, this is a small token of my appreciation for the space you've created to help women like me get my shit together and flourish in joy. Thank you, Sharice. And I want to point out something about Sharice. I believe she joined a little over a year ago, and I have been able to see her transformation over the last year or so, and how she's actually doing the work and shifting her mindset and showing up for herself in the beautiful way. So Sharice, thank you so much for the coffee. And you too can gift me with a cup of coffee, or 2 cups, 3 cups, whichever you choose. You can just click the link in the show notes that says, treat me to a cup of coffee, and I will greatly appreciate it. So I shared with you guys a couple of weeks ago that now what you can do is, if you want to ask me a question about personal growth and or friendship, or if you just want to share how much you love the episodes, you can now leave me a message, a voicemail, if you will, at 216-438-0830. And you can actually share your question or your thoughts about the episode. I will play it on air here, and then I will actually respond to you in real time. So today I have my first voicemail, which I'm super duper excited. So I'm going to play that for you, and then I'm going to respond and let you know my thoughts. So listen in to the voicemail.
Hi, thank you so much for taking my message. My name is Julia Marshall, and I live in Seattle, Washington. And my question, and one, I'm just so happy I found your podcast. Truly a lifesaver, truly just soul healing. Thank you. So my question is around the topic of the friendship breakup. I'm actually in one right now, and the question is, how do you heal and move on from the friendship when you have the same friends? So I'm currently in a group chat with the same friends, as well as my previous best friend. So the best friend I'm actually going through a breakup with. So, any insight on how to deal with having the same friends as the friend you're breaking up with? Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Julia, for taking time to send a voicemail. I'm so happy. I actually can relate to that. So I had a friendship group. It was a group of 4 of us. We have been friends since we were teenagers. And over time, as you've heard me talk about the friendship breakup, one of the friends in the group, we're no longer friends. I actually had to speak with the other two friends and say, hey, going forward, I don't want to be included in any group chats, any gatherings, anything where it would bring us together as a group, because the friendship with me and the other person is no longer, and it makes things awkward and weird. And so going forward, I would appreciate if you respect, my decision on not including me in group activities. Now, we can hang out one-on-one or even just the three of us, but going forward as a group collectively, that's not going to work. And they both respected my wishes. And I knew that I had to take that action, because if not, every single time something came up, I would be irritated. I would be upset, because I knew me and the other friend were no longer friends anymore. And so it took some time to really think through the words that I needed to say. But at the end of the day, I always have to protect myself first. And so my thought process was, okay, let me go to each one of my friends, a part of this group, and say, hey, this is what I need from you as a friend. And then I removed myself from any group chats, any Marco Polos that we did, video chat, things like that. Anything where all four of us was connected, I removed myself, and my other friends respected that. So the same thing for you. I would have a conversation with both of your friends, or however many people are in the group, and say, hey, going forward, this is how I want to show up for you as a friend. This is how I need you to show up for me. As you know, I'm no longer friends with such and such. And going forward, this will be the healthiest way for me to move forward. So that is how I would approach it. That is actually the way I did approach it. And it has been very beneficial. And again, everyone respected my wishes. So Julia, thank you so much for that amazing question. And I know there's so many women out here that can relate, and I know that's going to help them as well. And if you have another question, don't hesitate to reach out and let me know. And you too, don't forget, you can call in and leave a message and ask a question about personal growth or friendship, or just share your love for the podcast. I would love to hear it. And again, that number is 216-438-0830. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. I would love for you to share this episode with a friend by texting it to her and say, hey girl, listen to this, and then let's discuss it when you're done. Also, you can share on IG by tagging me at Siobhan Sudbury or BEFREE Project and let me know what you thought of the episode. And until next time, girl, be free.
My name is Jackie, and I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I have been on a journey of self-discovery and have been searching for a judgment-free space where women could really connect and truly empower one another. I had always wanted to surround myself with like-minded women on a similar journey, but wasn't sure where to find it. Then I met Siobhan. After meeting Siobhan and attending a few of the BEFREE meetups, I knew that I needed to be a part of the community. She is an absolute ray of light, her energy is contagious, and she brings that energy to the BEFREE inner circle. I love that the BEFREE inner circle is an engaging space to do the inner work without the distractions. We are proving that in a world where women are conditioned to believe certain truths, that we can create our own truth, that we can take up space, and that we are not stuck. The members are relatable, genuine, and encouraging. We are free to share both the ups and downs of our lives. We hold each other accountable, and you can tell that we all truly want each other to win. The BEFREE inner circle is exactly what I was looking for. It's something really special, and I'm so grateful to be a part of it.